Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby! It's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we are a computer talk show. Technology talk show. It's a show
About technology.
of something. Yes.
Your technology, my technology, your computer, my computer.
You got computer questions, you got problems, so your computer's not working right.
Right. Your iPad, my iPad, your cell phone.
Your Android, I don't care what it is. Give us a call.
At 315-220-0692.
Anytime between 11 and 12 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday mornings. And we're here live, and we'll pick up the phone and answer your questions. If you want to get on the video chat right here on fingerlakes1.tv, fingerlakes1.com, you can get on the video chat with us and type away and ask questions or make comments about what we're talking about.
Very nice.
And you want to check us out, give us an email. You can give us questions via email.
Right.
techtalkliveny@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook.
Yeah. Sorry, got distracted. I'm firing up Facebook, actually.
Okay.
Still a little bit here. Anyway.
And this is a great show. I think it's a great show because we do a couple different segments, and I keep thinking about doing another segment. Yes.
And another segment.
Well, we need two more segments, I think.
Two more segments.
I think then we'll be good.
What kind of segments do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to do...
Or what kind of segments do our listeners want to talk about?
Well, I put that out on Facebook this morning. And
how'd that go for you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, no, yeah, right. Zero.
We can do whatever we want.
Zero.
That's awesome.
You know, it's just definitely interesting that, we got nothing. But I'm really thinking I'd like to do a gripe of the week or, internet follies of the week or whatever you want to call it. Just because I was, B and Seth always find some of the most amazing, funny articles.
Right.
Just by popping on Yahoo and looking through the headline things.
Correct.
And, well, since we're going to do it, we'll go right into the gripe of the week. So I have the video. I have the images up so I can show this.
I want to see what the gripe of the week is this time.
Okay. Well, my gripe of the week, and I think it was B's gripe of the week as well, is that this lady gets attacked by a rabid raccoon or something, or some type of animal in New York City.
Right.
Okay. Ends up in the hospital, and this is the photo that she puts on Facebook of herself.
Doing all right.
Yeah. Doing good. Got to do the sexy pose, and, how can anybody feel sorry for that? Oh, yeah, she looks like she's really mauled around there, boy, let me tell you.
She got attacked by something.
Yeah, right?
Not quite sure what.
But it's just like, wow. And of course, you know me, I gotta point out the flaws with this photo, Right. You got the little bands over here.
Yeah, get rid of them.
You got the little oxygen monitor over here. She doesn't look too bad off. She looks like she's purposely posing for it.
I think she did her makeup before.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yep. She got lipstick on and something else, Yeah,
the hair ties on the wristband there don't look too...
Right, I mean...
Too fancy either.
Yeah, right.
She looks like stuck in the 80s.
She doesn't she? Yeah, stuck in the 80s with her, right?
Big bouffant hair.
But I mean, this is the photo that she posts, or a friend posts, about her in the hospital, and it's like, okay, she's been there for like 3 days, and she wants everybody to feel sorry for her or something, and it's like,
right?
Wait a minute, you're doing the whole Bo Derek sexy pose thing in the gurney here, you still got some jewelry on and makeup and eyeliner, you haven't really cleaned yourself up that way, in 2-3 days, so you must have redid it.
Right, no obvious... signs of injury, it appears.
I'm still trying to figure out,
Must be rabies.
Maybe.
Quarantined.
Could be.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't, call me sloshing, I guess, but, I don't know. I just found this funny because I read the article and I'm looking at the picture going,
No, right?
Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Whoa,
well, look,
hey.
Got to clear the...
You got the headset there. You got the chest hair,
right?
Chest hair showing, books in the background. No,
there you go. Oscar laying on my mouse hand so I can't move.
Yes.
So...
Anyway, what other gripes of the week do you have?
I'm sorry, but you really ticked me off with this.
It was great. Yes.
Sharknado. I am so sick of Shark anything. Shark Week, Sharknado, and even the upcoming movie Sharkalanch.
Sharkalanch. Yeah.
I think it was Dave. Dave posted this one, and he thought he was taking me serious. Like, this is just kind of a spoof. I'm like, I don't care if it's a spoof. Dear God, and of course, who's starring in it? Shaun White, Tara Reid, and Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
I mean, what a perfect, great combination right there.
I mean, that Sharknado. I saw it on a newscast posting on Facebook, and I'm like, really? We're like going to have a showing of it in Rochester.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
it's so big, really.
I'm like, oh, I gotta send this one to Flipper, man.
I'm still having
Sharknado.
I hate Sharknado. Jeez,
it's quite interesting. You should watch it.
Really?
It's a
tornado out in the middle of the ocean that picks up sharks and drops them on people.
It's a great sci-fi.
Really?
And I changed it like 20 minutes into. I changed channel.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you're not a big sci-fi buff, though.
To a point, but that just no. I figured the tornado thing, and then just the severe weather and no,
didn't quite hit the mark for you.
No, sorry. Have a good day. Change the channel.
So that's what I was thinking was maybe we could do like a gripe of the week. Maybe find a couple things on the internet, maybe videos or whatever, and then just
post them.
Yeah, rail on them, I guess.
That would work.
So. I still can't get over Sharkalanch.
Sharkalanch. Dun, 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 dun.
Shaun White's going to ride it down the mountain right into Tara Reid.
Yeah, right.
That could be taken so many different ways. Okay, going back to this plane stuff. So
very good.
Very good.
What's your gripe of the week? Give us a call or let us know on the chat. 315-220-0692.
Andrew's on.
Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
What's up, Andrew? Sharknado happens in Carthage, New York.
Carthage, New York. Okay.
I'm curious why. Is there anything in Carthage, New York?
I don't know if there is or not, to be honest with you.
It's just like when people hear, Seneca Falls, New York, or Waterloo, New York. Is there something in Seneca Falls or Waterloo, New York?
Where's the waterfalls? There are none. Oh, comment?
Carthage? What am I saying it wrong, Andrew? Yeah, it says I'm saying it wrong.
Oh.
C-A-R-T Cartilage? Cartilage, New York. There you go. That's what the fins are made out of.
Right.
So, I'm thinking I should probably start doing some news, but
what is Kim Jung Uns tablet can do one thing your iPad can't?
Who did you say?
Kim Jong Un's tablet can do one thing your iPad can't.
Okay.
The first North Korean, leader, or not the first, but the North Korean leader there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's him. The $200 tablet was purchased last month by a tourist identified as only Michael, who sent the unboxed video below to the North Korean something .org. It may not be able to connect to anything but the state-sanctioned websites, and only offers a limited selection of apps, such as Angry Birds Rio.
Because it's a happy app. It's a happy app because we want to make sure Kim Jong Jumps, whatever, is happy. Don't want him pressing that nuke button.
Right, exactly. Anyway, reading into it, Hi, Oscar.
Can I have my news, please?
One novel trick up its 7-inch sleeve. A built-in antenna for watching live, non-streaming TV. Built into his iPad.
Okay. Live
streaming TV.
Okay.
That's what the article says.
So that's what he can do and nobody else's can do.
Correct.
Wow, neat.
Apparently. I'd like to see that. See how it works.
That would be neat.
There's also a number of military games such as Tank Recon 3D and American-made Field Runners on his iPad as well.
He's planning for world domination.
He's also got a basketball shot. What else does it say on here?
Oh, that's why. Oh, that's right. What's his name? Dennis Rodman went over there, didn't he?
He's a big basketball fan, apparently.
Yeah.
The TV antenna and app is preset to state TV frequencies.
Hello, I'm buying a team tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Very good. Still, the feature is something you won't find in Western tablets without purchasing a clunky add-on antenna.
A clunky add-on antenna.
Yeah. So this is built in. That's kind of cool. They should offer that more widely.
Right? That way you don't have to buy. That way you don't have to buy Google Comcast,
Right.
Chromecast. I keep saying it wrong. Yeah, right.
Hey, what else you got?
Speaking of streaming and all that good stuff, I thought I'd go over Google Chromecast real quick. You know what it does and will do. So, $35 streaming stick is an interesting little piece of equipment, and what you can do with it is basically you hook it into your HDMI port on your TV or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then it acts as like a little mini computer, and you can an internet app so that you can actually get out and go to different places. So you can do well, it clearly tries to be like Apple TV, but it can't play local media. That's the one thing it can't do.
Okay.
So it doesn't do local media, but it does everything on the internet. So YouTube, Amazon Prime, Netflix. It literally gives you the functionality of like your PS3 or an internet TV without having an internet TV or a PS3. So, you know, and basically it gives you the ability to... It's basically like the comparative of a Roku 3. Except for instead of being $100, it's $35. It hooks directly into the HDMI port.
And it's sold out already.
Twice now. Yeah. And of course, you know, it can be updated so that if there's future apps or future services that you might want to use, you can use it. It even does Hulu and Hulu Prime. So you can go right on Hulu and watch free movies and stuff like that. So like saying if Hulu's got like Sharknado for free, you know.
Sharknado.
God, Sharknado. I'm still griping about that thing. What a weird premise, you know? I mean, it's like something out of like a bad Bond movie.
It was.
You know? It's like, I think I'm going to take over the world with a shark tornado. Push the button and all of a sudden the tornado forms over the sea, sucks up all the sharks, all the different kind of shark that will kill people. And then I'm going to drop it on New York City and see what the hell happens.
Down in L.A.
So they drop it. Then the fish become fish out of water, which screws me up a little bit. So, you know, it's like a 1 or a 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 damage area.
The brief parts I saw was like, you know, there was like flooding in the region and the sharks were in the flooding zones.
So it dropped them plus it added something.
Added the water, right.
So it took the sharks out of the salt water, put them in the fresh water.
Causing flood zones. And,
yeah,
you know,
and people are trying to get
the freeway.
Right,
they're
so
trying
people
to drive through it. And,
so they drive through, and all of a sudden, this great white comes out of nowhere, chomps the car in half, and eats you alive.
Well, you know, the car stalls, floods. They hop out. You know, start running to dry land and.
Oh my God! Run!
Yeah,
run! We got a shark after a little fin coming in.
Crunch.
What happened to all the dolphins? Though I mean, wouldn't there be any dolphins that would have came along with the Sharknado?
You would think.
Then it would be a flip. Then it would be a Flipper-nado.
Oh, Flipper-nado.
Or Flip-nado or whatever.
Right.
Save me, Flipper. Save no. So anyway, the Chromecast is quite interesting. I'm really thinking about buying one. I think I'm going to spend the $35 and try it. Andrew says, "Flippin' mad, NATO."
Flippin' mad. There you go.
Right?
He is flippin' mad.
There you go. I am flippin' mad. I'm always flippin' mad about weird things like that. I just don't get it. I don't get it either. It's just like, holy cow. I even tried watching the 5-minute segment that they had on Rochester, off the link that you had. They had like a 5-minute trailer just to get you interested.
Didn't work.
No, I mean, I couldn't even. I'm just like, oh my God, I'd have to have popcorn, milk, and probably, you know, a PS, you know, a handheld PS something or whatever, you know, or a Nintendo game something, so I could be like, look up every 5 minutes and go, okay, yeah, that's still going.
Nice.
I don't know. It just doesn't. It would have been better if it was Elephant-nado, okay? Because pick up the elephants and just drop them on people.
Right.
Oh my God, what's that big shadow up there? Right? Done.
Dunk.
Right.
It's just overcast.
What I had, boom.
Baby elephant, where are you?
Yeah, right. Jeez. Oh my God, there goes dumb. Never mind.
Hey, did you see a research team in the University of Texas at Austin faced a unique challenge this summer? Used false GPS signals to force a 213-foot yacht off course. The scary part of it was they were successful.
Right. So so GPS now is able to be hacked.
Yep. Students fake GPS signal to hack an $80 million yacht.
Nice.
And they were successful. The team from the University of Cockrell School of Engineering developed a custom-made GPS spoofing device that creates false civil GPS signals to gain control of the vessel's GPS receivers. The idea behind this project was to determine the difficulty of carrying out such an attack at sea and possibility of deterring a threat. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a neat little article they had on Mashable, but GPS now can be hacked.
That's scary. Well, think about it. I mean, if you're relying on GPS and you got like a tanker with like high volatility fuel in it,
right?
Okay, and we decide, okay, well, I want to use that as our bomb stuff. Well, let's just lead them down the wrong way, you know? So you get them led to the right place where you're going to do an ambush, you know, blow the damn thing up or whatever, you know?
Right.
I mean, there's so many applications. That's horrible. I mean, I understand the concept is we want to have the technology in order to deter, you know, like if you got an airplane on its way in and you want them to get false readings so that they fly into the earth or whatever, or they fly off course, or they fly instead of going to New York City, they go to Canada.
Can you imagine doing that with airplanes? Wow.
Or Mexico. Actually, Mexico would probably be better. That's that way. If it crashes in Mexico, maybe it can get rid of the stupid bug virus, you know, the stomach bug virus that's been going around. Right?
It was in June the team conducted an experiment using $80 million private yacht sailing international waters off the southern coast of Italy. A student attacker commanded a spoofing device and sent faint civil GPS signals towards the ship's GPS antenna. The spoofing signals were increased to the point that they were stronger than the ship's normal satellite signals.
Right.
And this way the attacker could take control of the ship's navigation system remotely.
Wow.
And the research team took control of the ship without alarm as well, and changed its course, revealing vulnerabilities in the system. The ship actually turned and they could all feel it, but the chart display and the crew saw only a straight line, said the professor from the University Engineering School.
Wow.
Yeah. It's comforting to know that a simple, experiment. The yacht's crew knew about the mission,
right?
But it uncovered the potential of spoofing, which UT, says that needs to be addressed. Of course,
right.
The experiment is acceptable to other semi-autonomous vehicles such as aircraft, which are now operated in part by autopilot systems.
Right.
So they're
which is all GPS.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of like what I was saying. I mean, any device, any vehicle, even military arms now. I mean, you got GPS missiles now. I mean, you could easily build a missile shield that protects against GPS missiles.
I think some people need to start doing a little brainstorming.
Yeah, right.
Find a solution to fix the security loop.
Yeah, something.
Loophole, I guess you would say.
Right.
That was an interesting article on Mashable.
Encrypted IDs. I don't know what would be a good solution to that, but it'd have to be something fairly unbreakable.
Some type of encryption.
Either encryption or clear identification. But then, of course, if they spoof the identification,
right?
Maybe change the type of signal it is. I don't know. I mean, it really seems like it's wide open. But I mean, how would you fix it? That would be the whole thing. I mean, you'd have to say, okay, fine. I want at minimum all these different satellites to be. You'd have to have like a multitude of satellites.
Right.
That way, if they spoof one satellite or even three satellites, you always have the fourth one to go, oh, this ain't right. Alert. You might be being spoofed.
Yep. What do we got here? Andrew says, good morning. Get your JJ app of the week. 10 minutes ago. It's coming up later in the show.
Later in the show.
We'll do the free app of the week.
Yes, definitely.
For sure.
Is it the one that we talked about the other day?
We did.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, sure. That's the one. What you got?
I got lots of stuff. An article really close to my heart because I've always liked NASA. And I've always cared about NASA, and I was really, really upset when they defunded it. It's no longer a space program. It's more of a ground technology program.
Right.
To build space stuff, a recent article that came out this last week was, I think it was August 2nd. So it was yesterday, I guess, or today, this morning. I don't know. But anyway, okay. It's a fairly recent article. NASA would welcome crowdfunding from certain studies and projects, but the U.S. Congress is not ready to open the space agency's mission in that way. NASA Chief Engineer Brian Muirhead told the crowd at Black Hat on Thursday, because of course NASA, the NSA, and several of the security agencies of the federal government go to the Black Hat hacker conferences.
Right.
So this last week was the Black Hat conference. So they were at here, and then they interviewed the NASA head or chief engineer. And he says, God, I love it. The problem with my new study is funding. Unfortunately, these missions are pretty expensive. We'd love to have the public involved, the public support. The problem is we still have to work through Congress, which was quoted as saying by Venture Beat during the question and answer session at the security conference. I think it's a great alternative to taxation. Mm-hmm. Lower the taxes or start slimming down some of the programs and the taxes, in a sense. And I'm not trying to sound, unreasonable here. I'm just kind of talking out loud. But if you slim down some of these wonderful taxation things, right, and then offer crowdfunding or crowdsourcing, or both, via, like Kickstarter or something else, you would then generate a campaign to get people, one, aware of what you're doing. Right. So there'd be the transparency piece. And two, if they really cared about it, if they donate $100, if 1 million people donated $100, that's $100 million for that project. Right. We have 384 million people in the United States. There's a lot of money. Yeah, and maybe even overseas people might even donate money into the fund. You never know, because they might think, hey, NASA's pretty cool, or whatever. Even if it's only $5, you get enough people supporting this. I mean, you could easily get some of these projects funded, right? Or at least help out so it's not as costly. You could do that with several things. You could do crowdsourcing or crowdfunding for, like the I-95 project, the federal government I-95 project, where they want to redo all of I-95, but then turn it into a toll road. Oh, right. Right. So that's crazy. It is crazy, but if as many people that travel on the I-95 going north and south, right, from here to Florida, from Maine to Florida, right. I mean, why wouldn't people want to get behind and go, yeah, I'd like to see them fix this up. Here, I'm going to donate $20. Here, I'm going to donate $100, or whatever. If they hit, huge numbers, or at least fairly big numbers, at least it offsets the costs, and then they can fix the sections of I-95 that need to be fixed ASAP, like the rural ones. The rural ones aren't getting any attention at all. Right. Like I-95 between Boston and Maine, there's some spots. And then I-95 in South Carolina is horrible, That's around a major city. Right. And it's pretty good. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you've been on I-95 in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina. Bless you. Excuse me. But, sorry. I mean, it's pretty rocky. I mean, it needs work. It needs a lot of work. Nice. So, but, crowdfunding is definitely a way that NASA could continue some of their programs. And funding research and so on and so forth. I was trying to find I'm just trying to find some of the things here that, in conclusion, I want each of you to go out and take risks, but do not fail. told the Black Hat crowd, echoing in demand he said to his own boss told him during the Mars Pathfinder project. I really do think that this crowdfunding thought process would be probably amazing to do even on a local level too. Mm-hmm. You know, like if a 911 center needs radios, or a county road needs to be repaired but it wasn't in the budget, do a crowdfunding for it, and see if people will get behind it,
Right. Normally if it's for a good cause,
the better thing about
anyway.
crowdfunding though, here's the thing. You know what? A lot of people don't like United Way or those type of organizations.
Right.
Because they see the overhead on the top. So 90% or 80% or 50% of the funds go to your work staff doing the work, and only that other percentage is all that goes back into the funding.
Correct.
And to the programs. But then you have no control over what programs they decide to do. They're going to do it. Okay. Crowdfunding eliminates that. So right. Crowdsourcing, crowdfunding eliminates that. So like a great thing to do, like saying if Beverly Animal Shelter wants to build a new 1,000 kennel dog facility. I'm just
throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And they do a crowdfund or crowdsource and say everybody in Seneca County. I mean, we got 33,000 people. We got probably 20,000 or roughly 20,000 of them are probably workable or working. And then probably 15 out of that 20 is probably, actually got jobs and right. income. Okay. So we got 15,000 people in Seneca County that could
donate $100,
potentially donate something. Potentially saying if we only got 1,000 of those people donate $100, that's $100,000 that could easily buy them a whole new building.
Right.
And they don't have to burden the taxpayers through forced taxes through the county to have them say, hey, could you put a line item on the tax bill and donate some money to us?
Right.
Or, something else, same concept with like North Seneca Ambulance, keeping a donation wheel going, like a PayPal donation wheel. They don't do these things. They don't do any of that. If when mom had her heart attack, 6 years ago or 5 years ago, or whatever it was.
Right.
She rode through North Seneca Ambulance. Yes, they got their money through the insurance and so on and so forth. But I probably would have donated another $100 just for the bang up job that they did.
Right.
But there was no way to do it other than write a check. Well, guess what? I forgot about it. Everybody's like, well, if you really wanted to, you would have done it.
Clicked it online, right?
Yeah, no, if you really wanted to, you would have done it. And it's like, no, if you gave me a really easy way to do it, I probably would have done it.
Right. Quick and easy.
Yeah.
Simple. Be
in, out, done.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. Anyway.
And that is a flippin' mad tornado right there, baby.
Did you hear the other thing that came out of the DEF CON conference there?
DEF CON or Black Hat?
DEF CON.
No, I didn't read anything about DEF CON.
No, DEF CON. The car hacking code released at DEF CON. Car computer is hacking its gas on the first morning of DEF CON 21, as hackers revealed how they took over two of the most popular cars in America. In Las Vegas, you may have hate parallel parking, but you're going to hate it even more when somebody commandeers control of your car with you in it. That was a scary scenario painted over the first 2 hours of the 21st annual DEF CON Hacker Conference.
Right.
Car hacking is definitely becoming, right?
Yeah.
And you presented how they hacked autonomous cars. They talked about the vulnerabilities. Those will face fast-paced explanation by well-known computer security experts, and how they spent the past 10 months hacking the self-driving features of the two popular cars. While the car hacking made a big splash in DEF CON 2010, 2011, those hackers were not publicly documented. Before going into hacking, explanation Miller and Vasilik, the two who did it, admitted that they were not awarded hardware hackers, and little experience in hardware basics like splicing wires, but they only had one requirement for their test car, that it had to be they had to drive itself.
Right. It had to be an autonomous one.
Right.
So maybe they use the GPS codes to do the thing.
Maybe. Well, it looks like it was a 2010 Toyota Prius. And it looks like a 2010 Ford Escape.
That would be weird.
That they have
so immediately
commandeered.
apply the brakes or, change direction or do something weird.
It's kind of crazy.
Oscar.
With more of the technology coming into our vehicles.
Right.
Because that's what we want. It makes it a little... They're just like a computer.
Right. Well, that's getting a little scary because, we already know that some police officers have in major cities the immediate stop the car thing where they can put out an RF signal. It tells the black box in the car to shut the engine off or to turn the whatever. OnStar can do it through their system.
Yep.
So anything that has some type of automation, would be susceptible to this. I would suppose.
Actually, the pre-recorded video of the hacks showed them disabling the car's brakes, jerking the steering wheel back and forth while the car was in motion, accelerating, taking full control of the steering wheel, yanking the seat belts tight and turning off the engine, turning the interior and exterior lights on and off, honking the horn, and making the console show a full tank of gas when it wasn't. That's what they were able to do.
That's not good.
So
that is so not good.
Well, the Toyota Prius and the Ford Escape 2010s that they were
because
able to
they
do
have
that too.
because they have the automatic driving features
Correct.
built in.
Yep.
So
exactly. When you go to parallel park yourself, the car does it for you.
Yep.
They were able to hack into that.
Oh man!
Can you imagine driving down the road all of a sudden?
Yeah. Well, just
so now you're not safe on the water. Now you're not safe on the road.
Man, Sharknado's starting to sound better and better every second.
Now you're probably not safe in the airplanes. So wait until
Yeah. Well. I'm not a big one to fear it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But
yeah, Andrew even says this is pretty scary. I'm not gonna fear it because by the end of the day, I fear flying, so I'm not gonna fly. But I'm not gonna fear the on the road piece.
Right.
Okay. Because it's gonna take a few more years before they get enough cars out there that parallel park themselves or whatever. But I think the bigger thing is hopefully now that these hacks are seen, that we will now
do some keys.
Yeah, some security
features.
things. Anything that now has Wi-Fi in it, or some type of RF signaling system like GPS, or some form of remote shutoff like OnStar. That was one of the biggest things that I said back 4 years ago, when OnStar said that if your car's ever stolen, we can disable the brakes and alert, or disable the car and alert the authorities at the same time.
Right.
Well, how the heck do you disable something if you don't have some type of wireless connection to that car that now can talk to the brain of the frickin' car?
Exactly.
So now it's talking to the brain of the car. Let's just shut everything off. Okay, jerk the wheel this way. Let's really... all I can picture is that scene out of Highlander, the movie.
Right.
Where the bad guy takes that kid on a joyride,
Oh my God, right.
and he just runs into everything, just laughing and giggling about the whole thing, that could potentially happen with this type of technology.
It could.
Just horrible.
Hang on. Going to be a rough ride.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Right.
There's got to be a way to do it, whether it's putting in encrypted RF signaling with ID chip, or some other type of identification to make sure that whoever's trying to hack it can't clearly become that and spoof it.
Right.
So,
gotta love it. What else you got?
Andrew says he's going to be one with... Andrew says he's going to go live in a cave and be one with nature.
Ah.
In other words, it sounds like he's going to his man cave, which is the bathroom.
Right.
And he's going to become one with nature.
How's Oscar doing over there?
Oscar's evidently really happy.
It appears that he's very happy.
I can't seem to get I don't know if I can get a video on him real quick. Actually, I probably could. Well, no, I don't have the camera. And so you can see Oscar down in the bottom corner of the screen, just a little bit.
Just chilling out, relaxing.
Yeah, he's chilling out, rolled over, got his belly exposed. He's like, rub me. Okay, Oscar.
Very good. What else you got?
Okay, well, let's see. Speaking of Black Hat, don't plug your... this one... Okay, Oscar, I got to go to work. All right, so Black Hat, don't plug your iPhone or your phone into a charger you don't know.
Right?
iOS security. Billy Lau, a research scientist in Georgia Institute of Technology, led off with a review of iOS security. Apple uses mandatory code signing to enforce their walled garden model of charger in order to identify that the charger is a real Apple charger.
Right.
So we already know that they've been spoofing the IDs so that you can get these off-brand or off-model chargers for your iOS, your Androids, your so on and so forth.
Right. And
okay.
Some people are getting hurt with them.
Right, and some people are getting hurt with them.
Shock and stuff.
But here's the next step, okay? They can put electronics in there to actually take over and infect your phone or your iPad with certain types of software in order to give remote access to your personal confidential information. So do not plug your phone into somebody else's charger that you don't know.
Right.
Because it could be a one of these hacked chargers that could potentially put bad software on your phone.
A lot of hacker stuff in these conferences.
Well, it is. I would
love the information.
I would love.
I got another one.
I would love to go to Black Hat or even DEF CON one time just to be there, be like a Tech Talk special or whatever, that would be great. But we have to have funding to do that.
Yeah, broadcasting live from Las Vegas. It's Tech Talk
live, right?
Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't
it? Have people sit down, we'll put the third camera up and just be like, sit down and talk to us for a little bit.
Yeah, sponsor us.
Yeah, there you go. Get us to next year's DEF CON or next year's Black Hat.
Yeah, maybe
we'll broadcast live.
Maybe we do our old sole source.
Or crowdsource.
Crowdsource, yeah. That'd be awesome.
It would be fun.
Okay, I got another one for you.
Okay.
How about this one? Maybe some technology should be left without smart capabilities.
I think that's most everything now.
How about smart toilets being vulnerable to hackers? Consider this. The Satis, which is I think a Japanese-made.
You can create your own Sharknado from that.
Right. Smart toilet can allegedly be compromised by an attacker. The Atlantic reported that the information security company TrustWave Holdings Spider Labs has issued an advisory pertaining to these fancy thrones. Since Satis is a smart toilet, can be controlled with an Android app. The TrustWave Spider Labs warned that the attacker could compromise those controls via Bluetooth.
Okay. So there's your wireless connection.
Yeah, these toilets, Santis is made by Lixil, a Japanese toilet manufacturer. The toilet retails between $4,200 and $5,600, depending on the variation. Boost features and, like an automatic toilet seat, a power deodorizer, automatic flushing, cleansing nozzles, built-in lighting, and embedded speakers for music. The Android app connects to the toilet through a hard-coded Bluetooth pin, and they give you the number, quadruple zeros, and the security loophole could reportedly make the Santis owners vulnerable, said the TrustWave Spider Labs.
Well, but what can they do to you? I mean, it's a smart toilet. It's not like it's a smart fridge, or a smart gun or, anything else. I mean...
Well, the hackers could cause the unit to unexpectedly open and close the lid, activate, the
bidet feature,
right?
And spray all over the bathroom.
The air dry functions, causing discomfort and distress to the user.
Okay. So three-quarters of America is not going to have one of these damn toilets. Okay, so I don't think we have to worry too much about that. But that is weird.
But your toilet being hacked.
Could you imagine? Yeah, look, your toilet can be hacked. Please do not hack my smart toilet. I don't want to know what it'll do to me.
Because you know what?
Could you imagine
There's
if
an app for that.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Could you imagine if you're sitting there on the toilet trying to go and you're like grunting and pushing and everything else, all of a sudden the toilet like closes on you?
Right.
Whack, whack, whack. Then all of a sudden it starts shooting you with water that air dries you.
Hair dries and the powder.
Oh my God, could you imagine, disgruntled wife or girlfriend or
my
boyfriend or somebody sitting outside with their Android app going, close lid, open lid, close lid, open lid, come on. Want to tell me that I can't have no dessert or something,
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't it?
It's happening. It's out there. It could happen to you.
Get the hell out of here. That's too funny.
What else you got?
We want to do JJ's free app of the week?
We can do JJ's free app of the week.
All right. Ready?
Hit it. Na, na, na.
Now it's time for JJ's free app of the week. What's up?
What's up, baby? Anyway, free app of the week brought to you today by the App Store.
It's the toilet control function. No, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's Bad Piggies.
Bad Piggies.
Bad Piggies is back. The Bad Piggies are after the eggs again. But as usual, nothing is going according to plan. You can create the ultimate flying machine, steer them safely to their destination. Those tricky pigs have a few objects they can use and need your help to turn these into perfect transportation. With more than 140 levels of free updates coming up, you have hours and hours of pig crashing, exploding, and flying fun. Get 3 stars, unlock 36 more levels. Hint, sometimes you need to play the levels several times to achieve these goals. Features 140 levels of crammed and flying, driving, crashing fun. 36 additional levels unlocked after getting 3 stars. Free updates. 8 sandbox levels to stretch your creativity, plus junkyard available as an IAP. Ultra special, ultra secret, ultra difficult sandbox level to unlocking, collecting all the skulls. 36 objects create the ultimate machine, motors, wings, fans, bottle rockets, umbrellas, balloons, and much more. It's Bad Piggies. Free this week on the App Store.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did I say that fast enough?
You did it just perfect.
Holy cow.
That was great. So Bad Piggies is
Bad
on
Piggies.
I love that game. I play it all. Well, I play it when I get an update now. I guess I got to reset it. I finally got through it all.
Right?
After deleting that folder and then going through it. But it seems to be the ads. The ads screwed up. So
we're going to get that back out on our Facebook page. So if you want to look it up and
Bad Piggies.
link to Bad Piggies. They're everywhere.
They're great to play on your smart toilet.
Yes, exactly. What else you got?
Well, since we're talking about Apple iStore and we're talking about Apple, I was a little upset when I read this, and you should be upset. You should be upset too. Department of Justice. Apple should link to ebook rivals, submit to audit and submit to audits. The Department of Justice today issued a recommendation for what type of punishment Apple should face for an ebook price fixing scheme that they did.
Uh-oh.
So, everybody loves Apple, and Apple's so wonderful, and I love Apple, and look what they're doing, right? Anyway, according to the agency, Apple should be banned from brokering pricing deals for ebooks, but also music, movies, TVs, TV shows, and the content found via the iTunes Store.
Right.
Apple should also have to allow rivals like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles to link to their ebook stores within their iOS apps, and appoint a monitor who would make sure that Apple is not engaged in behavior that runs afoul of U.S. antitrust laws.
Oh.
So evidently they violated antitrust laws with this whole ebook thing, and by not allowing, for so long, I gotta say, the Department of Justice is about a day late and dollar short with Apple. First off, Apple has always been proprietary from day one. Okay, it's been Apple the cult, Apple the.
Yeah, I have my Apple.
Right, you got your Apple. You're part of the cult. Just like anything else. Like I'm part of the PS3 cult.
Right.
Okay, but the point is that it's all this. Apple has always been proprietary to the point of you bought Apple. Apple only allowed certain applications to be developed on it. It shunned out Microsoft for so many years from putting their Office product on there. Finally, they opened the door to that. And then they do the same thing with every new technology trying to go forward. All of a sudden, now they got iPads and books and stuff. Oh, okay. Well, then they do something like this. And it's like, listen, Department of Justice, you're a day late and dollar short with this.
Which explains the article I just read on Mashable that Apple Store now offers free downloads through its iOS app.
Right.
Just came out.
Which would be for probably Amazon Prime. And
well, now the Apple Store app has come with a little extra oomph, a free download.
Oh, cool.
Right. Starting Friday, Apple will offer one free app, iTunes download or iBook, every week through its iOS app.
So that's probably part of the thing to try to get people off their back. Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Apple changed the face of the ebook industry, but not in a good way. Judge Cote concluded, without Apple's orchestration of this conspiracy, it would not have succeeded as it did in the spring of 2010.
Wow.
So they're back. They're really concerned about the antitrust division of the federal government, whether they're doing their job well enough, because they are a day late and dollar short, according to the article. At the same time, the cult of Apple. A lot of people that commented on this said it's not Apple's fault. Apple's fine. Apple did the right thing. They're doing. You're blocking. You're just blocking. Corporations from creating jobs and this, that, and the other. Of course, turns into that political debate as well. And it's like, no, this is above that, beyond that.
Nice. So get back to the free download real quick. The app is Apple app is traditionally used to purchase physical items from the Apple Store. To book Genius Bar appointments and to set up one-on-one learning sessions. Now, when you launch the app, the free download is listed on the launch page.
On the launch page.
So to use the download, first select the physical location by pressing the store button at the bottom of the screen. Then you select the download of choice from the list of options on the launching page. Tap the download button, launch iTunes, and redeem a unique download code. The week's free download code... this week's free download is Color Zen, which typically costs 99 cents to download. The relaxing game brings together different colors to the screen to make an entire screen color of the border. It's easy to play and set a comfortable soundtrack. Highly addictive, they say. You can download the...
It's a game, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can download the Apple Store app and Color Zen from the App Store now. So,
right.
That's probably like I said, what you read.
Yep.
Probably offset.
Get around the tech done?
Back. Sure.
Probably
around the tech in 60 seconds brought to you today by Flipper.
Twinkies.
Nice.
All right.
Needed
now time for round the tech in 60 seconds.
Anyway, here we go, right? Ready?
Countdown's on.
Facebook gives Home a trim, I should say. The social media network rolls out Home's cover feed feature as a standalone in the face of dismissal demand for its hyped up but little used Uber skin. Oh my God, that is so written wrong. Free iCloud storage offer for Mobile Me users ends soon. Former Mobile Me members start packing up your files. Apple's complimentary 20 gigs of iCloud storage plans expire September 30th and be automatically adjusted to the free 5 gig. Yahoo buying spree continues. They're on their 4th acquisition in the last 3 weeks with social browser Rockmelt. Yahoo has picked up yet another tech startup company acquiring more social browsing. Rockmelt basically and it's going to shut down its apps on August 31st.
Whoops.
Are police monitoring pressure cookers Google searches? Nope. There's no time to do so. I really did not do a good job with this one at all. I think that first one killed me.
The clock beat you today.
It beat me hard too. It spanked me.
Yes, it did.
Are police monitoring pressure cooker Google searches? No. Police have thrown cold water on a report that law enforcement was dispatched to a private home after a family member searched online for pressure cookers and backpacks. This has been a rumor going around for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Right.
that the police are out monitoring nothing but Google searches and looking for specific Google. It
doesn't happen.
It's so massive.
Right.
There's no way that they're going to be able to do it. Report, Apple acquires chip maker Passive. Apple has reportedly purchased a low-power wireless communications chip developer Passive Semiconductors. Black Hat 2013 NSA chief reveals details about Prism as hecklers call him a liar. In 2009, the NSA intercepted an email sent from someone in Pakistan to an individual in Denver, Colorado, discussing a recipe for explosive. NSA analysis identified the two people, and that's what this whole Prism thing was all about. And of course, a bunch of the hackers were like, "You're lying. You don't have that technology. You don't understand it. You don't get it.
Right.
Whatever." So he got heckled at the Black Hat 2013 this year. So
Whoopsie.
yeah, whatever.
Anyway, run the tech in 60 seconds.
There you go.
There you go. Gotta love it.
I tried. It didn't work too good this week.
It worked out well.
I'm kind of
Good.
tired, really.
Good recovery at the end there.
Well, at least I'm going to go through it anyway.
Right.
Whether it happens in 60 seconds or not. Just determines whether your pizza tonight will be free or not, right?
Right, exactly. 30 minutes or less brought you today by
Twitter.
Twitter. Yes, that's it. You got some comments to you?
I was trying to see if I had more comments. I guess I don't. So
Nice.
So everybody out there in podcast land, this is Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ.
And we're on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12. We talk about technology. We talk about whatever we can find. We try to have fun with it, enjoy it. Please listen.
We are a call-in technology talk show.
Right.
Call in, please.
Nobody calls in.
Right. Is it up and running?
Yeah.
Didn't shut itself off today?
No,
or anything?
but it's on. It's sitting right here. I'll even hit refresh just to make sure.
Refresh and give us a call, even if you want to say hi. How you doing? How's the
Yeah.
weather? I don't know. 315-220-0692.
Or give us an email. Love emails too.
Yep, TikTok.
TechTalkLive at gmail.com.
Oh, ny@gmail.com.
Did I miss the NY?
I do believe you did.
NY? Okay, whatever.
Check us out on Facebook. And we're on Twitter, as well.
And
Yep.
yeah, don't forget our website, ttlny.com.
Correct.
So I got one more article and then we can close the show if you want.
Sounds great.
All right.
What do you got?
Facebook buck. Blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I guess I need a break. Evidently, Andrew realized today, no break today. Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah, we need to get our sponsorship back in there, you know. Give our shout outs.
Yeah, we probably should. So
Yes.
Facebook's bug bounty pays top $1 million. 2 years after launching its own bug bounty program, Facebook has paid out more than $1 million to security researchers who have discovered vulnerabilities affecting the site. In a Friday blog post, Facebook security engineer Colin Green said that the social network has awarded bounties to 329 people across 51 different countries, ranging from professional researchers to students. The youngest bounty recipient to date is 13 years old.
Wow.
Two lucky recipients have even landed full-time jobs on the Facebook security team after discovering security holes that would have left the site and its users vulnerable to malicious hackers.
Wow. I want to know what the 13-year-old found.
By country, the U.S. leads the pack, boasting the most bounty recipients to date, followed by India, UK, Turkey, and Germany. So one of the few things that we still do right here in the United States is tech and security on tech.
Yep.
So that's pretty good. I kind of like knowing that we still have an edge once in a while.
Once in a while, right? Exactly. Awesome, dude.
So I really thought that was kind of neat. You know, I think a lot of more sites should probably do that. You know, bring like a bug catch program to light. You know, even if it's just mild, like, you know, $20 a pop or whatever. You know, find hacks in our whatever.
Bring the general public in. Be amazed at what they could find, I'm sure. Uh-oh, Andrew.
Yeah.
What's up, Andrew?
Oh, he's watching. It's so funny. I love Andrew. He's so funny. Just, you know, you never know whether he's really kidding or not.
What do you say?
know.
What do you say?
So don't forget to see Sharknado this week.
Oh,
this
yes.
week's episode of Tech Talk Live was brought to you by Sharknado.
Yes. Awesome. In Rochester.
Yeah, in Rochester, right? Get out of town. Get out of town.
Very good. So what do you think?
I don't know. I think I'm good. I got to go shoot a wedding, so I'm ready to go anytime.
That works for me.
All right. So you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ.
And we're on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12. Make sure to tune in every week. Go check out our website, ttlny.com.
We'll see you next week.
Maybe. Yes?
Hope so.
All right. We're out of here. See ya.
You've been listening to your Technology Talk Show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.